Hello, my name is Landon Manuel, and this is a screencast of my portfolio website. For this website, I came up with a wireframe prototype, then created the actual site, did a usability study on it, and then made my final changes. I will go over strengths and weaknesses, and then give a walkthrough of my site explaining the features and changes I made along the way. After conducting my usability study, some of my strengths were navigation throughout my entire site. I had a sticky menu bar that always stayed at the top of the screen. I also had a next page button at the bottom of each page that showed what page you were going to next. This made it easy for the user to navigate from page to page. Another strength I had was the amount of content and how accessible it was. This goes for my videos, websites, and my resume download feature. Also, having an email contact form on the front page made it easy for users to send me an email. Also, there were no problems accessing my website. Everything worked very smoothly. I really thought my theme and color scheme fit perfectly. On the front page, all of the pictures that scroll across are mine. They were either photos I took myself or screenshots from videos I filmed. I think this made my site look more presentable and personable. Some of my weaknesses were the design of my videos and website page. Everything worked well, it was just too spaced out and needed more detail. I will go into how I changed things up in my walkthrough portion of the video. Another weakness is the size of my titles. WordPress wasn't really on my side with this one. For some reason, they are all a little bit smaller and I couldn't figure out how to change them. Also, there were some places where I could have used a different font to make things stand out more, but I was unable to figure that out as well. Spacing between some widgets was also a problem. Some I changed and some I had to leave. I will go into more detail on what I had to change in my walkthrough portion of the video. Before I get to my walkthrough video, I'm going to show you guys my wireframe prototype. As you can see here, I created this on a site called Wix, which is also a website builder, but for here this is just a quick wireframe. So as you can see up top here, I have my home, about me, resume, sample work, and contact. That's just the main menu. As you can see here, it has my name and then my title here. This first home page is going to be the profile picture and a short bio. And then my about me page has just a little bit about me. It's the education, past experience, skills and certifications. The resume page will have my resume and then a PDF link to my resume as well. My sample work page will have videos that I've created and then websites that I've also created. And then my contact will just have my contact information with a contact form. So some of these changes I've made to my portfolio website, but this is just kind of like my first thoughts on what I was going to do. So now I'm going to begin my walkthrough video, and while I go through it, I will explain some of the things I changed after conducting my usability study. Unfortunately, I don't have what my site looked like before these changes, but I'm going to do my best to show you guys previous pictures and explain what I changed and why I changed it. So this is my portfolio website. So as you can see here, like my wireframe, I have my name and my title here, which links to this home page. And then my menu here, I have home, about me, videos and websites, resume, and contact. As you can see here on my wireframe, right here for videos and websites, it used to say sample work. I changed this because I thought it fit and looked a little bit better. You could probably notice how this slideshow is kind of continuing to scroll across the screen. These are all pictures and screenshots of videos that I've taken, so this is my work, which I thought gave the site, it made it a little bit more personable. And then you click down here to click to begin, and it drags you down to my home page, where just like the wireframe, I have my profile picture here with my bio. And as you can see here, this home is a little bit small font. I don't really like the way it looks. I couldn't figure out how to change it, but I mean, it does its job. So, and as you scroll down, you can see how I have the About Me page next. This is just a button that'll help you get to the next page quicker. This is on every single page, but you can either click this About Me button or the About Me right here. They do the exact same thing. If you keep scrolling down, my contact information is also at the bottom of the screen, and then you have this button here to go back up top. Alright, so now we're on the About Me page. As you can see here, I changed around these couple sections. I stuck with education. I changed job experience from past experience, like my wireframe said, and then I separated skills and certifications just to make the page a little bit longer. Also, after my usability study, I had some really good feedback that told me that I should add programs I'm familiar with, so I added that to this page as well. And also, before I forget, these bottom buttons here, I personalized each and every one at the bottom of each page. They used to look like this, where they just say next page, but I thought it'd be better just to personalize them so the user actually knows which page they're going to next. Alright, so now we're on the videos and websites page. So honestly, I like the way this page looked before I made my final changes to it. I wish I could show you guys exactly how it looked, but what it kind of looked like was all of these videos were actually playable on this actual page, but now they just link to YouTube because that's just how I had to do it. So what I added to this page before, what it looked like at my usability study, where there were no captions saying what the video was about or how long it was. That was some of the feedback I received from my users. And these pictures actually came from the video itself. I just put the text on top so it looked like, what it looks like here. You just click to play it. And then I also added this video in after my feedback because I was told I needed more videos. And then I also added in this line just to kind of indicate my videos and websites, kind of split them apart. And then that's basically it for this page. I didn't really change anything else. Alright, so now we're going to go to my resume page. Alright, so this is what my resume page looks like. So before I made changes to this page, these lines weren't here that kind of split up all the different sections. And that was some of the feedback I got from my users, and honestly it looks 10 times better than it did because it was so much harder to read and follow along because you couldn't keep your spot. Some other feedback I got is before I did my usability study, this resume link and icon was over here in this area, and this was not the same font. I italicized it, but I decided just to put this in the middle because it just was kind of hiding over there on the left side, and I thought it looked a lot better over here in the center. Alright, so now this is my contact page. I didn't really make too many changes from my usability study, except for there was a huge gap in between this text here and then my contact form here below. What I had to redo the entire page to make this work. I'm not really sure how I did it, but it looks a lot better. But this is all my contact information here, and then this is an actual contact form where you can type in your first and last name, email address, and then ask me whatever you want to ask me, and then you just hit send message and it'll go straight to my email. That's pretty much it for this page. Alright, so those are my strengths and weaknesses, my wireframe prototype, and my website walkthrough. Overall, I thought this website turned out really good. In the beginning, I really wasn't sure how it was going to turn out because I wasn't really familiar with WordPress, HTML, and CSS. But other than that, my usability study really did wonders for me. I really got some really good feedback, and I was really thankful for all the users and help that I got in making this site. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.